Alright, CSS battle time, and we have, looks like 4 squares to me. At least 4 borders. I'm not sure what to call that shape. Interesting. So, I mean, I'm seeing the same size box with a black border, which is cool. It's a black border, so we don't have to specify the color on the border. So I just see 4 of them. Now, the question is, oops, whoa, that was interesting. Clicking more than I expected. Anyways, borders, how do we approach it? Because if let's say we made this one HTML, because then we get the background out everywhere. And then that's the body, right? I guess we could do a box reflect on this. And then the body would rotate. See, you'd have to rotate. Yeah, you would have to rotate to have one box reflect value done. And we know how rotating makes setting things up weird. Okay, let's see. What am I going to do? I want to... I don't think I want to go box reflect. I think I'd rather actually have multiple elements. And then we change the background on a couple. So if I do HTML body, and then we move the paragraph tags, it's going to get real funky with the margins doing it that way. But I do think it's doable. Alright, let's start with an and selector. So we're just selecting the HTML. Let's give it its border. I wonder what, I'm going to say 10 pixels. And let's give it the yellow background. We can just do that. We know that's happening. It's only going to happen on the HTML. All right. Yeah. Okay. And then no. Okay. Sorry, I had a different thought, but I don't think it works. Margin. Let's do margin. Let's turn on the div so we can make it. I want to make it this square. I think that's going to be the best way to do it. So it's 100, and then right it's going to be like 200. Bottom is going to be 100 as well, and then 50. Let's see, 70, and let's see, 250, 40, 230. Okay, that box is now placed. That's the margins. Now, if we hit and, we can duplicate all of this into our body, but let's go margin 0. There we go. It's set in there. And what we're going to do is like -10 on the top and bottom. And then the right, we're going to do negative for the right hand margin. So like -100. And we'll do our -10 and then 100 there. That walks our box across the screen doing these sympathetic negative and positive values for where you want it to be. I need to get better at like floats, I think. Oh, that's perfect. Of course it's 20 pixels more across because of the negative values. Okay. So now the question is, we hit a paragraph tag. Only thing we're doing different is the background now on our paragraph tag. So this might come together okay. I feel like I'm doing it the long way, and maybe like a DL, details list or DT element might be better at creating sympathetic values that you don't have to repeat. But for right now, let's see if we can move these. I'm going to throw a period up here so that our paragraph tag does not create margin collapse. And that's the easiest way, the fewest characters to get around that. So it's getting stepped over. It doesn't have a height right now. Let's give it a height before we give it margin. What are these? These are going to be 110 to 190. I can do this 80. So height of 80. All right. So there it is, right over there to the left. This guy's 0. Maybe it needs to be 60. No, it needs to be 80, and then we just got, maybe if we take the period out. Okay. That makes it the same size. Okay. Let's start walking it up. Ooh. That was rather effective. More effective than I expected it to be. All right. So right, we're gonna go on. Oh no. 50. Bottom. We can say 0 on bottom, and then this would be negative 50. All right, it's walking over like I would like. So let's go negative 90. Great, and then let's get it all the way over 90, and then this is going to be 90, 80, 70. Okay, and then y is, oh, it's too tall. No. What is it? It's too short. Oh. Oh, man. That's fascinating. The border is not going to show through. Oh, that makes this so much better. See, I wanted these to be first because I wanted to declare the yellow background once. Doing that on the HTML makes that possible because it bubbles up to the canvas from there. But I can't do that. I could flip these around and then I have to declare the background an extra time. I have to also step up. Yeah, I think DL and DT are going to be the way to go. I'm not very practiced with those, and those are useful because of the way they're the like self-closing tags. So you can create a different structure. It makes the styling different with how you can select things. I'm not practiced with it, so I'm not going to be quick with that. And I do want to get this done fairly quickly. So how am I going to tackle this? I'm not going to throw in z-index. I'm going to have a position with that anyways. Is there another way to look at this that bypasses that problem? What I could do is on the HTML write a conic gradient that just makes these orange cubes duplicate, and just duplicate it on the vertical. That's really lengthy. That's going to be a lengthy one because we're going to have to use the @ syntax, the positioning syntax, and the sizing syntax. So we're going to have to put all of those values in. But then I won't have to do any other backgrounds. Let's just do it. Then we can make this work. Oh, let's put it in its own little tag so that it doesn't pass down to anybody else. This is kind of an excessive solution, I feel like. So yellow for 3/4 and orange for the rest. We're going to do take the background off of here. Okay, because we're margined down, this is going to look different. And the background off of here. Everything's getting orange squares. The way they're repeating here is the problem. But the black lines are good. Maybe I can still make this work. Let's just size it. Let's size it. Background size is going to be 80 pixels by 80 pixels. that's background position, isn't it? Yeah, let's go 0, 0 for this, right? And so I'm looking at this HTML element. Yeah, it's just not going to work. Because again, if I make this thing, I need it to just be on the HTML. And right now, it's going to be working on the HTML right here. It won't. Let's just see. Let's just see what happens. 80 pixels. What's the size? What am I doing? Oh, I understand now. I need to make the 0, 0 point the at point be that. And I'm going to get rid of these because I don't want them interfering with it right now. Let's do this 80 pixels by 80 pixels. Now everything's orange because of how it's tiling. So then let's say background position is 0, 0. Let's say size is 100 by 200. Okay, so that's left, right. Let's say 200 by 100. Okay, so this I could move around and I can make it work. So if we do 150, we have by 150, let's say 4. There we go. Now we can just use our positioning. So this still works. All right. Oh, 90. Let's go 90. This is ridiculous. But I'm kind of enjoying exploring this a little bit. Oops. I think this is going to be 80 as well. Nope. 70. Now we can look. We need to make it just a bit taller. It's factors of 80, it seems like. 160. It's still up, so I need to move it down. There we go. And we're set. We have our orange backgrounds on the HTML. It's wow. So this window looks yellow for what the HTML is, just because of all the sizing and positioning and everything. So this orange square on the yellow is down off to this off viewport for the HTML. But for how it bubbles up to the canvas, the way it repeats and looks on the canvas, it's showing through our transparent things. So that was fun. I actually kind of enjoyed that, even though this is a horrible solution now. Truly awful. You know, sometimes it's kind of fun to explore. I didn't think I could actually do that. All right. So margin, we say 0, you're doing crazy stuff there. -10, okay. Where is it that I need to move it from? I think it's over in the body now, still. So we've got the -10, it should be picking up the height. I don't think it is, because it looks like it's just right there. Okay, there it is, okay. Okay, not 1,000, 100, 50, and then like -100. There we go, -50. Okay, we're walking it over. We got this. -80 and -90, right? Okay, yeah, it's gonna be like parallels of that one. 70, and what was the vertical? The vertical was -9. I don't know. Okay, that actually looks about right. So can this be -90? Yes, it can. I think it just needs to be a negative number, but 2 digits is about as good as it's going to get. I think. Oh, no, 90 is good. 90 is good. All right, I'm going to just minify all this and reduce some of these characters, like all these 80s. Make sure I select the right thing. Yeah, 5M. It can be 5M or 5PC. If you're using font, I do 5M. So 160 is a 40 VW. 400 can be 100%? No. I wonder why it's not 100. Oh, it's not 100% because it's 100% of what the HTML is, which is much smaller than 400. That's not the viewport anymore. So 400 pixels would be 100 VW. Since I have to use 3, here, let's go unit golf. Let's put in 400. 25 PC, that looks good. Let's just do that instead of trying to figure out a percentage, because if I did a percentage, I would get rid of that space, but since this is 2 digits, we're good right there. And yeah, that's everything. We just got some more spaces here to get rid of. We might be able to find percentages in those. I don't think this is a good enough solution to try to like chase those small margins. See what I did there? Anyways, let's wrap this up. That was a fun one. Ooh, see this 230 and 100 here on the body, that does look tempting to try to turn into a percentage, but nope, that wasn't the right one. Oh, I know what I need. I need that. Now, if this was a percentage, I could save one more space. No, I can't. No, I'm not gonna. No, don't do it. All right. Okay. And you know what? We didn't have to avoid margin collapse with the paragraph tags. So, oh, I haven't submitted yet. I mean, the diff looks good. I'm be really surprised if this doesn't work. Yes. Okay, good. But submit before you minify. Don't do what I did. 210. Not a good solution, but a fun one. Hope you're having fun with this too. I will catch you later.